צדיקים, עם ערב את כינור דוד שומרים. אומרים ישנו מקום ובו השרעבים, עם ערב את כינור דוד שומעים. זה כינור דוד ביד דוד המלך, הכורת המיתריו, כתוב ליבו יין לעת ערב, מלבהו את שיריו. זה כינור דוד ביד דוד המלך, הכורת המיתריו, כתוב ליבו יין לעת ערב, מלבהו. Everybody put your hands together, let's clap. זה כינור דוד ביד דוד המלך, הכורת המיתריו, כתוב ליבו יין לעת ערב, מלבהו את שיריו. זה כינור דוד ביד דוד המלך, הכורת המיתריו, כתוב ליבו יין לעת ערב, מלבהו את שיריו. Okay, let's see now how we're doing. Let's try. Can we get rid of this chandelier lights here, please, if possible? Benny, if you still hear me, please. Thank you. All right. Okay. We're gonna get there, I promise you. So, yeah, now we're getting there. Little more of the lights on the walls and we're fine. So, thank you for bringing me here to Chicago. I love this place. This is really very nice and this is really beautiful. And I'm gonna take you with me now on a tour on different places that I traveled and where I came from and everything. We try. So first I'll tell you that I was born in Tel Aviv, as you can see, not too long ago. And I was number 10 to my parents. Yeah, as well as the youngest. Both of my parents came from Yemen. That's what make me Yemenite. We have some Yemenites here? Hey, all right, wow. So what shall I tell you? I was lucky I was born in a hospital. Most of my brother and sister were home delivery. There was no hospital at the time around where we live. So, lucky me, what shall I tell you? I was born into a beautiful house. It was a very small house. You see, my father, alav shalom, came from Yemen when he was 3 years old boy, and that was back in 1912. At some point he already stood on a piece of land and he was singing. I built a big tall house with a room by the dozen, right in the middle of the town, which he did. He built a house, but later we found that he was a poor planner. The house remained the same size and the family just kept growing and growing and growing. So it was very congested in this little house. So we moved from this little house into an apartment. What shall I tell you? It was a very nice apartment, very large apartment. It was in the most modern buildings of Tel Aviv at the time. They call it the high rise of Tzfon Tel Aviv. High rise, 4-story high. No elevator, square staircase. 2 apartments on each floor, facing each other, you know? Yes, you could be on the first floor, talk to the people on the 4th floor. There at Rabinovich, maybe you have some eggs, maybe some bread, some flowers. All kind of groceries went between the apartments. I never knew who went to the supermarket. I was very young those days, but I earned a name to myself. All the neighbors, which were Ashkenazi, called me the Tachshit. Fasteish Tachshit, if you translate the word Tachshit to Hebrew or to English, you get to a jewel. That's not what they meant. When they called me the Tachshit, they were telling me the troublemaker. That's what they meant. And I was one. For instance, what I used to do, I used to take a heavy rope, tie this door handle to this door handle, stretch it, and ring the bells in both apartments. They were trying hard. My father got so many complaints about this tachshit, and he said, this tachshit is getting out of here. My high school days, and I was sent to a boarding school all the way in the Negev, Midreshet Sde Boker. And I found myself in there, and I wanted, you know, a lot like my mother dreamed. She wanted me to be a doctor, a lawyer. I want to be an entertainer, musician. Those days I could not afford a guitar or piano. I found myself very small musical instrument, which I have it here with me tonight. And this is a recorder, type of a flute. Halil in Hebrew. So let me take you with me now to the Negev of Israel. You try to picture me with a recorder in my hand and flock of sheep behind. Anybody can name this tune? Try again. Peter and the Wolf? No, I'm sorry. Very common answer, but wrong. Once again. Any idea? What? I never heard that answer. Sorry. Sugar plum. Very common answer as well. No. Wrong. Okay, I'm going to give you the answer, but I want a real Jewish response, like, oh, okay? So this is from the Nutcracker, and it's called the Chinese dance. Oh, Amechaye. All right, let me just check the recorder, make sure it's in form. Works. Okay, let me take you around the world with this recorder. And believe me, this recorder was around the world. In every Chabad place around the world, including Brazil and South America and South Africa. And you can check it on my website. Okay, around the world with a recorder. Here we go. Thank you. All right, what do you call these guys who walk the street and ask for money? Schnorrers, better, yes, I like that. All right, man, you're wearing my shoulders.